back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick a card. Today we're doing our weekly romance pick a card to see what's going down in love this week. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings. We got group 1 with the Blue Stone and Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. Group 2 with the Yellowstone and the Mermaid Tarot. Group 3 with the White Stone. And this is a variation of the Rider-Waite Tarot. And group 4 with the Red Stone. And this is the Gilded Tarot Royale. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just going to jump right in. Alright, if you chose group 1 with the Blue Stone, this is your reading using Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. We are going to see what's going on this week in love for you, Spirit. This is for group 1. Group 1 with the Blue Stone. What is happening for group 1 in love this week? Show us what's happening for group 1. Ooh, we got the leveling up card. So right away, there is an energy of you leveling up. Ooh, oh my goodness. Honestly, it's like you're trying to level up, but to be honest, there is someone in here that is serving as a distraction. Yeah, hell no. I can't put all of these cards super close to the camera because some of them are doing the most with the artwork. But we have, let's say, sacral based. And we have leveling up here. So there is an energy of, you know, you leveling up, but you are attracting a sacral based connection. We got short-term and playful intentions. So you guys are having your fun this week, to be honest. Short term, at the bottom of that one, it says just passing through. At the bottom of playful intentions, it says just having some fun. So someone is all up in your energy this week, okay? And they are having a good time. I feel like someone is enjoying you and you are enjoying someone else. Just doing your thing, having fun. There's a strong energy of flirtation here. And there's a strong energy of like sensual tension. Now, we have hidden motivation, so I'm going to clarify this with tarot and see what Spirit is talking about with hidden motivations. But we have trust in preparing, so it's interesting. It's like you have this timeline that's going on where you're enjoying yourself, where you're having fun, where you're, you know, exploring yourself sensually with another person. But there's also this timeline where you're maybe trying to manifest something more serious. We have trust in preparing. So it's kind of like, I know this isn't going to be a forever thing. I don't see this person as that way. So I'm going to allow myself to have fun. That's how it feels. And then we have trust and preparing. So again, like there's this other side to you or other timeline that's also going on, this other aspect of trusting that Spirit has a divine plan, trusting that something more or better is coming through, and preparing for forever. It's just interesting to see you consciously being aware of the preparation and work that needs to be done at this time. This could be shadow work or working on leveling yourself up, working on aligning yourself to whatever it is that you want long term. There's like this awareness of that and you taking steps to do that, to improve yourself. But at the same time, there's like this, you know, fun, hot, spicy connection that you're engaging in, and you know it's temporary. Yeah, we have different pages in surface level. So I do see you allowing yourself to have some fun this week, allowing yourself to flirt, allowing yourself to like literally just kind of do the surface level thing. At the bottom of surface level, it says superficial connection. At the bottom of different pages, it says in two different worlds. So there's like the encyclopedia of life that has everybody's story, and then there's a story titled in your name and a story titled in their name. And you guys are kind of sitting in that middle ground for now, where it's like you're enjoying each other, but it does feel surface level. And there's a little bit of an energy with level up coming first. Like, you know that the type of people you're going to have access to is going to eclipse this person. Like, it's going to be way better. It's going to outshine it. It's going to completely, you know, cover this connection. It's like, you know that you're manifesting something bigger than this, but you're allowing yourself to still kind of have fun or engage in it to a degree. Spirit, for group 1, what are the themes going on in love this week? What is happening? We have this card, and it's stuck straight up in the deck as I was shuffling. This is the regret card. It says, I know that I cannot change the past on the end. Spirit, where's this regret coming from? We have the grief card here. So honestly, there's a regret or a low vibrational emotion you're experiencing this week because of the way things is. Like with the grief card, it's kind of just like with grief, there's no cure. It's just grief. It's how you feel. It's very layered, and it has to do with many things. It's not just like, grief doesn't come from one situation. Grief doesn't just come from a breakup. Grief is like the breakup plus the hidden meanings underneath, plus the symbology of it all, plus like the spiritual, you know, path and all this, you know, it's very layered. Childhood trauma. It's not just the breakup. It's the fact that this person low key, you know, was an archetype for like a parent. It's deeper. And we have courage and blame. You guys, I feel like there could be some regret because this may be someone that you haven't talked to for a while, and that's the beauty of tarot, okay? Because once you know what's set to happen, you can adjust what you do to bring about a different outcome. So you don't have to get to this place where you're in regret. But an old sneaky link or someone from the past, an ex, you know, is coming back in your life, and you may be regretting the fact that you're letting them in, letting them, you know, into your space, letting them, you know, into you in a physical way. Grief says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So yeah, I do see this internal battle this week in the mind where it's like, you can't help but to think about things that have happened to you in the past. You can't help but to mull over things that are over, but still affect you. And again, it's just like grief. It's like, you know, kind of uncontrollable. You can't really help it. It is what it is. Like, you feel this. But we have the courage card here. So I do feel like you'll be overcoming some of the things that you feel like have held you back. Blame says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So you may be fully processing something that has happened to you with another person, with this person. This could be triggering something. I'm telling you, especially if we're talking about, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, but there's a lot of things actually that happen during physical intimacy. Like, you can literally unlock memories, experiences, emotions, just by you know, connecting in certain ways down there. Courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence is what it says at the bottom of that one. So there's an overcoming energy this week. The major themes are you moving past regret, moving through grief. It's like the only way out is in type of energy. You may be dealing with someone of the past and getting triggered about how things ended, or being upset that this is still all they have to offer you. Like, seriously, like it's just triggering. Also, for all of you, it's not physical intimacy that's triggering this. It's just the grief that you're feeling. We have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Coins. Again, you have a very real perspective of what you've been through. It's like there is this it is what it is energy, and it's not even jaded. People may think you're jaded. It's like, I'm not jaded. I'm just a realist. Like, I'm not pessimistic. I'm just looking at things as they really are. Five of Pentacles, certain things didn't work out. Five of Pentacles, someone may have used me in the past. Five of Pentacles, there may not be the future that I want with this person, or this person maybe never was what I thought they were. There's some sort of realization that you're having, either about this person specifically that you're physically intimate with or connecting with, or about a past partner. But we have the Queen of Swords, so you're handling it in a very matter of fact kind of way. There's a lot of hard-hitting emotions you're like going through this week. And you're rising above it with the Courage card, but still, it's a heavy week emotionally. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and also Spirit is saying for the last 3 weeks, you may have felt this brewing. You may have felt this need to address something, and it's finally coming to a head this week. We have the Seven of Coins and the Five of Staffs in reverse. So this is about clearing confusion. This is about clearing any low vibrational energy that's around you, that's been sitting with you, that's been needing to be processed. That's been Seven of Pentacles sitting on your shoulders as a heavy burden. There may be a really healing argument that actually happens between you and someone. I feel like an energy of everything coming to a head. No pun intended. You know, it's like there's a breakthrough happening in a primal kind of way. Connecting to your sacral. There may be a sacral activation that's happening this week. And for some of you, it can be very like ugly and unexpected. Like, for an example, some people have this experience through physical intimacy where they start crying. And the only thing that you can really do, or the best thing that you can do for someone who has that experience during physical intimacy, is literally just to stop, you know, hold them and hold space for them. Because it's one of those things where it's like, it may not be best to try to put into words what you're experiencing, but it may be best just to allow that person to like just process what they're doing. That's the energy I'm getting this week, where it's like there's this triggering, but it's not triggering directly to do with the person per se. It's not like, oh, this person is triggering you. It's like something is getting touched, you know, and unlocked, and it's like a switch flips type of energy where it's like it wasn't conscious. A very emotionally deep week for you. We have the Star card, Aquarius energy, Uranian energy, the light at the end of the tunnel energy, also wish fulfillment. So whatever is happening this week, it is having a positive impact on you being able to have what you want for yourself in the future. So it's definitely necessary, but it could be very ugly and just like very human, very primal. There may be some primal you're having this week. If you listen, fill in the blank here. I don't want to do too much. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Something, it's like no stone left unturned, but there is a stone that was unturned that needs to be checked out. Ten of Swords in reverse is like, yeah, we're getting to the star. We're getting to this wish fulfillment because we're acknowledging this thing in the past that's been blocking us. It could be a huge road opening ritual or spell work that you're doing. This would be a good time to do it, especially since it's already a theme in your love life right now. And there's probably like a planetary or astrological explanation for this energy. So this would be a good time to get on top of it, even if you're not feeling this in your spirit, just to kind of like be in flow with the themes this week. This would be a really good time for clearing. I sell manifestation candles and custom spell work on my Etsy shop, so I can always help you with that. But if you're witchy yourself, this would be a great week to do like, you know, some sort of healing, clearing, and banishing work this week. Or like I said, a road opener so we can, or blockbuster working would be even better. so you can have this moment and even be the one to set it into action. If you're about it, if you're ready to have that breakthrough, let me know in the comments below. I'm ready to have that breakthrough. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get to the next level. And let's initiate and manifest stepping into your power, Queen of Cups, getting to that next level, having that breakthrough together. Spirit, what's going on for group 1 in love this week? We have the Temperance card in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Empress here. So you're definitely stepping into some sort of queenhood. There's a strong feminine energy here. We got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Empress. A lot of strong feminine archetypes coming out for you, group 1. And then we have the Temperance card in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you're revisiting something in the past so that you can have a breakthrough in your present moment. You're revisiting something in your past to ensure that your future is the way that you want it to be. It could be through processing grief. It can be through doing a huge clearing ritual or a blockbuster ritual, spell, manifestation, whatever this week. It can be naturally something that happens through you reconnecting with someone from the past, or with you just connecting with someone in a sacral kind of way. How it will happen will vary slightly from person to person, but the commonality with group 1 is that there is a huge breakthrough happening that's going to ensure that you can actually have the future that you want romantically. So something that was very much so needed, something that has needed to happen, needed to be cleared, needed to be worked on for a long time. Oh, that's very interesting. We have the Emperor in reverse that flipped out. So we have a true pair here. This is getting you out of alignment with F-boys. If you've been aligned with F-boys, F-girls, people who have a lot of trauma, people who are not equally yoked, people who know in their head, like people who only have half of it. You ever meet that, someone who knows like all the spiritual knowledge, they got all the gems, but don't apply it to their life, so they have nothing to show for it? You may be aligned with those type of people right now. And this week is a turning point, aligning you with people who can show up in a healthy masculine energy, healthy Emperor energy. So again, there's something happening that it's like we're going to the past so that we can have a better future. That is the major theme this week. And how is going to, again, vary from person to person. Some of you, it's going to be through linking up with someone from the past. For some of you, it's just going to be doing something that you regret. Like it could be, this person is completely new, but you wish you wouldn't have been physically intimate with them. And again, that's the beauty of tarot. So once this opportunity presents itself, you don't have to engage in it. You can see it. You remember, oh, I watched that reading that told me that this was going to happen. Let me actually deny it because I know that it's going to make me feel this way. But like, honestly, I would do it just because I can see the benefit, but that's me. Like, I can be kind of weird. I'll take on like trauma or hardship if I know that it's gonna have, like, my Mars is in Virgo, so I kind of play for the end game. I go about things in a very methodical kind of way. I like to do things the right kind of way or the most efficient way. So for me, I can be kind of unhinged and say, you know what, I'll take on this BS. I'll take on this crazy ass cycle. I'm pulling cards for myself. I'm seeing exactly how it's going to go down and it's a mess. But I'll take it on because Mars and Virgo, we're all about that end goal. So it's up to you what you want to do. But at least you have the foresight. Spirit, what else can you tell me? Yeah, we got release toxic relationships and have an attitude of gratitude. Interesting. So have an attitude of gratitude also comes up when there is a need to reflect on the past and to do some journaling or like shadow work so that you can essentially get the lesson. Not so you like can just be grateful and be happy, but so like you can take away the benefit is essentially what have an attitude of gratitude is saying. Like, I've gained something. Like, gratitude from a human perspective, we associate as like this good thing that's like pure. But what it's really talking about is taking away, you know, what was there for you to be taken from something in the first place. and take it fully. And then we have release toxic relationships. So some of you will be releasing this person. Some of you, this is like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That push you needed to see like, wow, I will still fold in certain situations. Like it's like that revelation moment. For some of you, it's the last time you'll see this person that you're dealing with. You're actually releasing them after this, but this is like your last stint together, like the straw that's breaking the camel's back, like the last thing that's like giving you that final sign you need, like, yes, I need to let this go or release this. And then we have thoughts create your reality. So as you're doing all this clearing and banishing, you want to then take things a step further and listen to subliminals, or make a list of what your focus is, what your new beliefs, what your new ideals are going to be moving forward. You know, with thoughts create your reality, when you're coming to such a space of having a blank canvas, you want to then take that a step further and program your mind and your consciousness. So again, this would be a good time to create a subliminal for yourself, or to create a subliminal playlist that you can listen to get a list of new affirmations for yourself. And yeah, that's what I got this week for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Yellowstone and the Mermaid Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in to see what will happen for you in love this week. Spirit, this is for group 2 with the Yellowstone. What is happening for group 2 in love this week? Spirit, what's happening for group 2 in love this week? Oh my God. I gotta be honest, there's some drama happening this week. What in the world? Okay, let's break it down from what we have so far. So we have the blame game and sabotage. So right away, there's this energy of the blame game being played and someone coming in and kind of bothering you. At the bottom of sabotage, it says ruining relationships. At the bottom of blame game, it says it's your fault. I'm also getting an energy of you dating someone new and having a hard time surrendering to them, or vice versa. Feeling like, yeah, we both want the same thing, but for whatever reason, there's a power struggle here, almost like we want the same thing, but we want it at the same time. So say you guys both want confirmation that, you know, you're serious about each other. It's like, because both of you want that and both of you, you know, want it now, it's like you're trying to get it at the same time, and someone has to be in a space of like surrender. Someone has to be in a feminine energy in order to tell you like, yes, you know, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm wanting. But both of you want that from each other like at the same time. So there's this roadblock happening here. Also, we have waiting, preparing, and triangle. So triangle, we're going to see what this is about, but some sort of third party energy, or a third party having a role in the success of your connection this week. It could be work. You're too busy with work, or someone else is too busy with work. It could be an actual third party, like someone trying to squeeze their way into your relationship with whoever you're dealing with at this time. Or it's like you can't even get to that point because, again, like your work is in the way or something's in the way. Some sort of third party energy, some sort of triangle, whether it's a person or a situation. And we have waiting and preparing. So to be honest, it could be all of these feelings coming up within you internally as you're waiting and preparing. It just sucks, you know, sometimes. Like, I personally have a bittersweet relationship with growth, because it's like there is this like really human part of me that just wishes I could have been enough, like good enough or enough, you know, like to have a certain job or to be with a certain person, good enough for a certain opportunity as I am, versus having to strive for a different version of myself, you know? So if you're anything like me where you struggle in the process of leveling up because it's like, ugh, I don't want to feel like I wasn't good enough for someone in that version of myself. Like that version of myself needs love too. You know, that version of myself is deserving as well. If you're anything like me, it could honestly just be the heaviness of the journey itself and the frustration that you have to work on yourself to like get in alignment with something. It's like, why can't I be good enough now? So this could be all internal. We'll see. Waiting at the bottom of that one, it says time spent in expectation. You could be frustrated with the process of just having to wait for love in general. But preparing says doing inner work. So this could be some, you know, shadow work that's going on this week. And you're really fighting yourself, really fighting the journey because of what it implies. It implies that you're not perfect, or you're not where you need to be, or you don't have enough where you are. And that's hard to accept and very frustrating. Ooh, we got the secret affair card. So Spirit is like, keep it G. For some people in this pile, we are talking about a person. We are talking about a secret affair that's making you feel yucky. And you're trying to, you know, you may be going back and forth playing the blame game. Like, well, they pursued me first and they were in a relationship, so this is not my fault. But you're having this internal fight because it's like, but I'm still the one that feels yucky right now. So what's really going on? Like, you know, we have secret affair and low standards. You may be slumming it a little bit, or someone else who's slumming it may be coming in your way, or coming, you know, in your view this week, and you may be getting frustrated with that person. You may be going off on them, like playing the blame game with them. Like, listen, karmic, listen, sneaky link, you are the reason that I keep ending up in this position where I feel like I'm not getting what it is that I need. But there's just this frustration as well with the process, because it's like, Spirit, I can't be alone completely. I can't like just be boring 24/7. So I'm gonna need you to bring in something better, because it feels like, you know, it kind of feels like the odds are set up against you right now. Not gonna lie, it does not feel good. For some of you, you are entertaining a secret affair right now, and it's causing you to lower your standards, and that's making you feel away. For some of you, this is more internal. At the bottom of lower standards, it says accepting whatever comes. So this may be what's presenting itself to you and it's pissing you off. Anything from this deck? Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Let's move to another one. Spirit, for group 2. What are the themes? Right away. Ugh. We have gratitude and service, and I feel like you guys are ready to break free from this mold. I don't feel like things can continue on this way anymore. And I really do feel like you have a gift of healing or empathy, but you're retiring. Because this service energy, always having to be of service to another person, always having to be the responsible one, the mature one, has gotten you in this pickle in the first place, where you feel like bad about, you know, some of the things that you've done, or you're feeling this negative energy, feeling just kind of used. I don't feel like this is we can't move forward this way anymore. Something is gonna have to change. Something is gonna get adjusted, whether this is with a specific person, like, you know, with someone that you're dealing with, or whether this is all internal and reflecting and coming from the inner work you're doing. But we have gratitude under that as well. And it's like, I just get this feeling, sorry if I'm shaking, I had coffee. I just get this feeling of not being able to see the silver lining anymore, not being able to have this attitude of gratitude when so much shit has hit the fan. So there's definitely some sort of pivot happening this week, and it's happening because of this serious internal battle you're having and this deeply, deeply rooted frustration. Gratitude says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Service says, I feel good when I can help others. And I feel like that's true to a degree, but you're breaking out of that. You're breaking out of the need to always be helping someone and to just be grateful for whatever comes. You're like, no, I'm ready to set intention. I'm ready to manifest something into my reality. I'm ready to have more control and more say. You're ultimately trying to find a balance, because for some of you, it's not like you want to give up on the higher power, stop believing in, spirit, God, the divine, whatever. It's not that you want to go to the other side of the spectrum where it's like, you're on some crazy stuff, but it's like, I still need something to change. So you're evolving this week. You're evolving out of your current, expectations, or, that's not the word I'm looking for though, your standards. You're evolving out of your current mold, whatever it is you would accept in a relationship. We have the purpose card. I know what I am here to do is what it says at the bottom of that card. So I feel like you may be doing something to further develop your purpose, or to apply what you've been learning and experiencing in love to some sort of something that can help other people. Like you're finding a way to channel this energy so that you don't have to deal with it in your love life. So instead of being in service to people in love, you're being in service to people in business. You're making it monetizable. It's like, okay, no, I'm not going to, be the person that is the stepping stone for other people. I'm not going to be the healer anymore. I'm going to channel that into a business, and I'm going to develop this. I'm going to make this into a business, like something like that. Or I'm going to be my empathic self, but not with people that I'm romantically involved with. We have the freedom card. I definitely see this happening. I see you getting free from your current cycle. And I feel like that cycle had a lot to do with you having this gift of healing or being an empath. But you're evolving that out of relationships, because it's just it's like mixing work and play. It's like, I can't separate what's happening in love from my purpose, from it's not positive anymore. It's not something that I can look at with gratitude, because I'm not grateful that I experienced this, because of who I'm experienced this through. It's just I can't do this in love anymore, Spirit. I can't learn lessons through love. That's basically what it is in an eggshell, in a nutshell. And with the freedom card, you're breaking free from that. So let's see what else comes up with the tarot. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness, is what it says at the bottom of freedom. And that is so authentic to what I feel with you guys. Because there's an energy of you knowing and being very much so aware that this is a gift, but this isn't going to work for you this way anymore. So you're stepping into your creatorship energy, your creative body. It's giving Empress. It's giving the Magician. It's giving the Hangman. It is giving Tower a little bit too, low key. Spirit. Well, we got the Hangman, but it showed up in reverse with the 9 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the the 8 of Pentacles. So this is all about a previous investment. You're giving everything that you have to closing this cycle, to closing this door, to hopping off this timeline. It's like, I'm rejecting that, Spirit. We have the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. It's like, Spirit, I've gotten hurt. I've had a lot of internal conflict. This hasn't been sitting right with me for a while. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to be the healer. Get somebody else to do it. Listen, I don't care if you don't get somebody else to do it. It ain't gonna be me. You guys are just in this energy where you're not feeling fulfilled. 9 of Cups in reverse. Hangman in reverse. You don't want to, you're not surrendering to that. You're not surrendering to the low standards. You're not surrendering to always having to be the healer. So you're going back to the drawing board and you're disconnecting yourself from this energy. You could be doing some cord cutting work this week. Spirit, for group 2, what is happening in love this week? You may be going back to an ex, having a fling with them, a secret affair with them, and then feeling really regretful about it. That's another way this could happen. Love this week for group 2. Ace of Wands. That's that magician energy. Ace of Wands is your magic wand. It's like, listen, some of y'all may be spending more time with the magic wand, okay? Because you're letting go of the sneaky link. So that's maybe all you got is the magic wand. It'll get you there though. Will it not? Yeah, we have the World card in reverse. You may have been called to watch group 1 as well, because there's a few similarities, but there's this energy of going back to the drawing board. There's this energy of World card in reverse. I can't move forward with the future that I'm seeing. I can't have that full circle moment. I can't feel like I'm complete without there being some sort of adjustment, without getting out of this connection with this person that always makes me feel like I'm back at square one every time I deal with them, or getting out of this dynamic where you may be getting off of dating apps, or you may be discontinuing going to like a weekly whatever, like say you go to a weekly, I don't know, soccer club. This is like you're not doing that anymore because you don't like seeing a certain person. You may even be getting out of a period of like intense limerence where you were daydreaming of a life that you would have with another person, someone that maybe you never met, or someone who wasn't giving themselves to you. You may be getting out of a cycle of fantasizing about them as much. Dropping back down into your body, realizing things can't go on this way. World card in reverse, Ace of Wands. I'm going to create something consciously in this moment that I can be proud of. I'm going to create something consciously that I actually want for myself. Spirit for group 2. Wow. See, a lot of the cards are coming out that I was feeling, but they're showing up in reverse. So there is a loss here. And it's like, don't have that sunken cost fallacy where you hang on to something because there's going to be a loss. The loss already happened, And the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're going through it this week. But it's kind of like, the birds chirping and how the sun comes out like after a tornado, and it's like everything's disheveled and everything is still wet. But it's like this weird feeling of happiness, and elatement that you just survived. That's how I see this going for you. Oh, nice. We got the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles that just flipped over. We got the Fool card in reverse. So Spirit keeps bringing us back. Like group 2, don't allow this to be another week that you don't get on top of this. Don't allow this to be another week that you go to the same sneaky link's dirty ass house. Don't allow this to be another week that you are in places or do things that you really don't feel like align with your Ten of Pentacles or what would be fair to you. There's an energy of you guys coming into like full acceptance, like, yes, I can see I have this gift. I understand that. However, I'm also in a conscious space, so I'm going to go on a different timeline, another path that is more Hierophant in alignment with what I feel I deserve and what I want for myself, and that is sustainable, Ten of Pentacles. Because you may be involved in a relationship right now that doesn't have the ability to be a Ten of Pentacles because they already have like a relationship or a marriage going on with someone else. So it's not sustainable. It will never be fulfilling until that, third party is completely out of the picture. And even after that, you still gonna be dealing with the same person. Like, they're never gonna be that like magical version of yourself that you imagined when you couldn't have them. It's still gonna be them. but at least they'd be disconnected from the third party. So you'd have a better shot. Let's get some advice. Spirit, can we get some advice for group 2 this week in love? We have the flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. So you guys may be really frustrated as well, because it's like, not only am I stuck between the past and the future, like when it comes to romance, but also when it comes to myself. You know, you also kind of feel frustrated because you start to feel like, well, Spirit, after everything I done been through, I should, you know, be having more rewards here. You know, there should be something better happening now. More of that sunken cost fallacy, hanging on to, you know, whatever it is, whether it's a belief or an expectation, because you don't want to feel like you lost. I do feel like you're going to have to fully surrender to that lost feeling, at least temporarily, just so you can transmute it. We have the hummingbird spirit, be here now. So Spirit is calling you to be present in this moment, present in your body, and also not to worry too much about the future. Spirit is coming through at the end of this message, letting you know that a lot of this will unfold to you, making it easier for you. So when it comes to like, okay, Spirit, how do I let these things go? Spirit's saying like, be present in the moment, and I'll send you the downloads, the informations, the next steps. So work on strengthening your crown chakra and your solar plexus so you can feel and see those messages as they're coming through. But yeah, that's what I have for you this week, group 2. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the white stone, this is your reading. We're going to see what's going to happen in love for you this week. Got the Sun card and the Knight of Wands as we cut the deck. Not bad. A long time coming type energy. Spirit for group 3. Group 3 with the white stone. What will happen in love this week for group 3? Ooh, we got the options card that came out right away. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. If those are meant to come out, they will come out again. Let me make sure those were your cards, because that was about to take us on a roller coaster, Spirit. For group 3. What's going on in love this week? For group 3. You guys may be on a dating app. It's like I see something really promising coming through, but there's all this other BS in the way. So let's talk about it. We have the options card here. This one says many different possibilities in love. So you're having multiple options coming through. There's multiple people that you're kind of like dating this week. And for some of you, like I said, I feel like you're swiping on dating apps. We have low standards and breadcrumbs that has just come out. So there is an energy of someone. It feels like multiple people to me, but there's an energy of at least one person kind of breadcrumbing you a little bit and causing you to lower your standards or put your standards in question. At the bottom of low standards, it says accepting whatever comes. At the bottom of breadcrumbs, it says giving just a little bit. So it seems like someone is breadcrumbing you, offering you like the bare minimum and packaging it as if it's some sort of prize. Now, in the midst of all this, we have the trust card. I'm like, okay, Spirit, that's more like it, because what the heck is going on? We have trust in marriage. So Spirit is saying, listen, I led you here for a reason. Now, I'm not saying the dating app. If some of you are on dating apps and you know Spirit ain't leading you there, it may be a better time to get off of them so that you don't tag on more frustration if you're, you know, noticing that you're more frustrated about the apps than anything. But Spirit is calling you, to trust at this time. It does appear that there is still something that is worthwhile coming through. With the marriage card at the bottom of marriage, it says vows of love. We know what that is. And then we have the trust card that says faith and love. So Spirit is still saying, like, listen, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it may be a little bit of a raggedy journey to get there. Maybe a rough road to get there. Spirit for group 3 in love. Yeah, we have the distrust card. It's like there's an energy of people kind of swarming you. I wonder if you've gone through any sort of glow up. I'm also getting an energy of the gym where it's like you may be spending more time in the gym, or other people are starting to notice your results. I just heard mentality. I heard level up mentality. So you may have been listening to affirmations or certain kind of content that, is all about like changing your mentality, or all about the level up. And we have the distrust card here. It's like you're having a lack of faith this week. It feels like with all these other people around, you may be taking yourself off the market for certain people, feeling like it's not worth it. I got to fix something. We have distrust in editing. So there's a little bit of a lack of faith at this time that you're actually in alignment with marriage, or that there's actually a reason for you to hold on and to keep trusting. I do get a strong energy of your faith being called into question this week, where it's hard for you to trust that the path that you're on is going to lead you where you've been asking Spirit to, kind of take you. Distrust says unreliability in love. So maybe someone is showing up to be unreliable as well. Editing says cutting out what no longer fits. So whether it's a specific person, whether it's dating apps, whether it's a mindset, something is getting cut out because it's not fulfilling you anymore. This could also be an aesthetic. I just heard bimbo core. Some of you guys may have really been attracted to like the bimbo core aesthetic, which is really cool to me, because there's an emotional intelligence that you have to know that if you shift into a certain energy, you can kind of be disconnected from the pain and suffering that's happening. So I think it's ironic that it's bimbo core when you have to be all but a bimbo to get how that could help you. But anyways, someone or some of you may have been leaning into certain aesthetics that are all about escapism. It could even be a game that you've been playing a lot. But there's an energy of needing to kind of like get some actual validation or confirmation that this is going to be worthwhile, or that you're still in alignment. We have the manipulator card. So you're feeling uneasy, maybe even manipulated, feeling like, you know what, this method that this spiritual, mentor gave to me is not for me, or it's not helpful. It's not working. There's a need for people to show you, or Spirit to show you, that the effort you've been putting in is actually going to lead you to where you want to be, or that there is like that you're on the path that's going to lead you to where you want to be. There's a need for kind of confirmation or a reassurance. With the manipulator, it feels like there is a strong distrust that the path you're on is going to lead you somewhere good, or that the person that you're dealing with right now is actually going to provide you what you need. And there's a need for loyalty and truth and realness right now. Someone is about to get cut off, or something is about to get cut out. Spirit, what are the major themes in love for group 3? Yeah, I felt that super strongly. We have the worry card here. I don't see you sitting in worry though. I see you acknowledging your worry and doing something about it. Some of you may get unfortunately stuck in analysis paralysis, but that's what the beauty of tarot is. That's why we tap in, so we can know what's set to happen, so that you can adjust what you do for a better, more favorable outcome. So now that you know this is, this worry is going to be on your top, soon as it comes in, you can move accordingly so you don't get stuck. We have worry and happiness. I love that. Worry says, I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And happiness says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So again, this feeling of irritation is setting off your internal alarm, letting you know this isn't sustainable, or where I am is not where I need to be. You're actually honoring your intuition and honoring your emotion. And you may be someone who's typically more disconnected from your emotions, not because you're, just so hard on the outside, but maybe just because you have like a lot of responsibility, etc. It doesn't feel like you sit in your emotional body unless you're like completely alone or bored. It feels like you sit in your emotional body when you get bored and you're not busy. But for the most part, it seems like you're so conscious that when you start to go into your emotional bag, you won't even allow yourself to if you're not in the right space. Like if you're out with other people, or if you're not around someone who can hold space for you, or, whatever the situation may be. We have the Judgment card. One more, Spirit. Nice. And then we have the Balance card. That's exactly what I see happening. You guys are weighing the scales. And I feel like this is going to affect your friendships as well. I feel like this is going to affect anyone who's in your life at this time. You are weighing the scales. If they are not a match, or if they are not good for you, it's getting removed. It doesn't matter who or what it is. Everyone and anything can get it this week. That's how this energy feels. It's like no discriminate. Everybody on the same playing field. Everybody can get cut off. Anything could get, taken out of your life at this time if it's not in alignment. You are not effing around. Judgment says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Balance says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment, which is funny because I feel like you tapping in and feeling that, I guess it's not the same thing, but I feel like it's the judgment that is causing you to bring things into balance. Spirit, what's going on for group 3 in love this week? I see you doing your same old. I see there's, multiple people interested. I was getting a Gymshark energy, and I'm not talking about like the clothing brand. I'm talking about like Gymsharks kind of swirling around you. I was getting that energy earlier in your reading. So it's not that there isn't the right options, but it's Ace of Cups. Like, listen, I want marriage. I want loyalty. I want trust. Okay? It's not that the options aren't there, but the options aren't right. So there's this energy of going back to the point of origin and saying, where is there a leak in my energy and my aura where people who are not in alignment can get to me? If that's the dating app, the dating app is getting X'd out. If that's a belief that you have or something that you're doing, you're de-investing in it. If it's something that you participate in, that's some form of escapism, you're limiting that, scaling back on that, or cutting that out for a while. Spirit, what's going on in love? We have the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords and the Four of Wands. You know what? The Five of Swords kind of like piqued my interest for a second because I was like, Knight of Swords, what are you running towards? And then I saw the Five of Swords. I'm like, uh-oh. Five of Swords, why are you running towards the Five of Swords? But we have the Four of Wands here. So what this is saying is you are looking out for yourself and putting yourself first, essentially. So Five of Swords, yeah, some people are going to get the shorter end of the stick. There may be a, sneaky link or someone that you regularly connect with that is, getting ghosted. Listen, you may leave without any sort of notice. There may be someone, like people are losing out on you, but you're putting yourself first. So it's very much so necessary, and it's a conscious choice, and it's a choice that you are proud of. It's a choice that you're like confident in, you're making, and you're putting yourself first finally. I like this shift. I feel like it'll be really good for you. And the Ten of Cups, nice. Yep, and the Nine of Pentacles. See, this is how I know the energy is channeling, because when I see the whole thought process, when I see everything that's going on in the background, and then we start tapping into the future and everything is aligning and going the way that it's supposed to go, that's when I know that you're tapped in. That's when I know when I'm tapped into the story properly. So with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, there is a clear misalignment right now. And this week, it is getting straightened out. And then it's aligning you, 10 of Cups, to your happily ever after, 9 of Pentacles, to true fulfillment. Yeah, something is wrong right now. You're noticing that something is wrong. You can feel it intuitively. It's like there's a connection or a leak or something, someone that is draining my energy or misaligning me. And you're handling it at the root. And then all's happy in the world again. Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. You're in alignment after that. 3 of Swords in reverse. We got the Death card there as well at the bottom of the deck. I like this 3 of Swords reverse. You guys are really intuitive. I love this. Your spiritual gifts may be popping off at this time. You may be really tapped in and locked in to the higher realms, to the higher power. Because you're so cognizant and so aware of the need to get on a different path in order to have the future that you want. We have the 3 of Wands. This is a card of expectation. You're not taking no for an answer. This is so cool. I love this energy because it's like, yes, there's a such thing as like, you know, like universal order and such a thing as like cause and effect. But what I'm seeing right now is someone completely having a phoenix transformation before my eyes and saying, yes, I can see the natural order and how things are set to happen, but I'm choosing something else and I'm fighting for myself. So you're really in your power. 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. You expect the very best possible outcome. You know the very best possible outcome is what's going to happen because you're choosing that. Because you're consciously saying, I can see that something is out of alignment. I can see that something is going on here. Something is not right. And I'm going to address it. I love this. And surprisingly, this is relieving a lot of pressure and stress off of you. I feel like it's because it's right. Because it's well thought out with the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's probably been a long time coming. This isn't something that's just coming up out of nowhere. You're not randomly inspired and like really going for it. This is like a long time coming. This is something that been should have happened. This is a chain that's being released from you. That has been on you for some of you, maybe even for years. You've been in this cycle of dealing with these breadcrumb relationships, or where you've been participating in this thing that's been lowering your vibration. It could be even going out every weekend for some of you. If you still go out every weekend, you're crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, okay. Hot take. Okay, this is my hot take. There is something that is very wrong with you. I'm sorry. If you, with everything we've seen in the last couple of years that happens in the outside world, maybe I'm just scary. Okay. Maybe it's me, but I'm like, yo, if you still go out, if you're still open to meeting all these new people, having these crazy, like, yo, you gotta either be young and naive so you get a pass, or stupid. I'm sorry. There is no reason for one to be out of the house every weekend at the club or partying or mixing and mingling. I'm so sorry. Like, that's my hot take. Spirit for group 3. That's not normal. We have speeches and speaking. Interesting. Spirit may be calling you to a higher path where you're actually having an impact on people. And I know like everyone has like a podcast or a platform nowadays where they can just kind of talk into the void. But I see you actually having an impact on people. So if Spirit has been calling you to public speaking or sharing your story, or if you've been working on that, Spirit is saying, yes, throw yourself into that project. Throw yourself into the plan that you have that's going to allow you to live out this, public speaking or whatever format you'll be doing it in. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. You may be called to write a book. You may be called to write a guide. Ooh, that's really cool. I almost don't want to share that idea because it's such a good idea that just came to me, but a guide of how to get through whatever it is you've been through. The more niche, the more specific, the better. So maybe you're making a guide that has all the right questions to ask in it at all the right points in the journey, all the right habits or things to do when you're going through whatever it is, like insert your niche here. That would be fabulous. A guide of, and it has little excerpts of like, what you've been through and paragraphs of you like sharing your story. Oh my God. I love that idea. I'm hearing Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Was that the name of the show? Really? We have confidence in your creation. So Spirit is saying, no, you really do have something to share and people will find value in it. And there may even be a cute little coin for you in it. Having confidence in your creation says trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. Spirit, God, the divine, whatever you believe in, even if it's your higher self, trust in that higher power, trust in your higher self and your ability to pick yourself out of where you are now and to burst through into this place where you're 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, in alignment with the future that you want. Wheel of Fortune. And yeah, that's what I got for you this week. My Etsy's in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today, Group 3. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the Redstone, this is your reading. What will happen in love this week? That is what we're going to find out. We are using the Gilded Tarot Royale for you today, and we are going to see what will happen in love for you this week, Spirit. This is for Group 4 with the Redstone. We got one that came out right away. Spirit, what is happening in love for Group 4 this week? I feel you really wanting something more. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's as clear as day. So we have closure and breakup, and stick with me because there really is like there's a, happy message in here. And this is like kind of best case scenario. So stick with me, but we do have closure and breakup. At the bottom of closure, it says accepting transition. So this could be you accepting a breakup that has already happened, but finally being in a space where it's like you just check in with yourself and you realize like, you know what, I'm actually healed, I think, from this connection, from this breakup. Disconnect in short-term connections is what it says at the bottom of the breakup card. So there does seem to be some closure on a breakup. This could even be a conversation that you're having with someone because closure is different from the breakup itself. Closure is something that happens after something is ended and it gives you like clarity and information. So this could be a conversation with your ex. This could be a conversation with a friend of your ex. And I'm feeling that strongly as I say it. So for some of you, look out for that. Their friend may be spilling the tea. Like, you know what? You guys could be seeing each other at a bar this weekend. Like, and they come up to you like, oh, what's up? And you're like, hey, thought you didn't like me. I don't know why you're coming up here to talk to me. Like, what's up? And they're, they had a few drinks and they're coming up and they're like, hey, you know what? I always did like you low key and you shouldn't have never been dealing with that kid. Like, to be honest, it's not even you that I didn't like. It's just like, dude, I knew you guys weren't a match. Da, da, da. Like, I'm seeing something like that happen where someone is spilling the tea, okay? And revealing some information about you, or sorry, revealing some information about the person that you had been dealing with that is, their friend. We have puppet master and surface level though. So I see that you're realizing that whether it's conscious or not, someone has been manipulating you, or someone has been benefiting from you, benefiting from being connected to you and your energy. With the puppet master, it's like someone has been playing us all, or playing us both, or someone has been in control. And you're realizing that, accepting it, and moving accordingly, like taking your power back type of energy. Puppet Master says running the show. Surface level says superficial connection. So you're getting closure on a superficial connection that honestly was never supposed to be your happily ever after anyways. You're getting closure on a surface level connection that may have ended really abruptly and unfairly. For someone, I'm getting a little bit of a work energy where it's like, the person that you had been flirting with for weeks, talking to for weeks, getting to, close to, they may have told someone else that you had a crush on them, or embarrassed you, or, HR may have gotten involved, and, you may have gotten reprimanded in some way from having this workplace connection. But we have the healing card, and this one, the sacral based connection card. So I see you healing from a connection that was only about, the physical intimacy, a connection where it's like this person couldn't see your value or appreciate what you bring, you brought to the situation, to their life, to the table. Spirit. Nice. Yeah. And we have the soulmate card here. So it's like all of this again does have like a positive aspect, because you're being set free from something that had a hold on you for a long time. And you're aligning yourself with true love, soulmate connections, people who are actually in alignment with you, people who are equally yoked towards you, people who have the same priorities, goals, or ideals as you. Distance says space between two in love. The blame game says it's your fault. And then soulmate says a harmonic soul union. So I feel like this closure is just the final moment to be like, you know what? This is it. Like, you're seeing someone for who they truly are. It's like the veil is being lifted. You no longer have this like magical thinking about someone. You can see them for who they truly are. And you're not like, allowing yourself to believe, everything is still okay. You're just being very, very real with yourself. And with that blame game energy, it's almost like in the past, they would always bring up something as the reason why you couldn't be together, or the reason you weren't seeing eye to eye, or something that you were doing. And it's like you're finally being released from that. You had already had like emotional distance between you and this person anyways. And it's like finally you're having that nail in the coffin where you're actually releasing them. This is a good time to do a coffin spell or a cord cutting spell. I offer spell work on my Etsy shop, so I can hook you up with that. But if you're witchy yourself, you can always, do it yourself. This is a good time for something like that. Something that will really close the deal for you. And call your angels and your guides and universal help to come and close this for you as well. While you're setting that intention, have the whole universe align with you, okay? And finally, separate from this energy. Spirit, what are the major themes going on for group 4 in love this week? Nice. We have relationships and growth. We have happiness. And we have service. So I feel like you guys are looking at this like, you know what? I'm going to charge this to the game. I'm not going to sit with this on my spirit. It is what it is. You got me. There's like a little bit of an energy of you feeling like you took an L a little bit. But I feel like even that perspective will develop over time, and it's not at all going to feel like an L. If anything, you're going to see the L that the other person took. But we have service. It says, I feel good when I can help others. I surprisingly with this closure energy, see you guys in a really good mood after all of this. And that's how you know something was just, you know, sacral based. That's how you know something was out of alignment with you. When you feel happy when it's gone, whereas the previous week your heart may have been aching for this person. When you feel happy, when you finally get to that point, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And that's how I see you guys. So that's how I know you're truly over it, because you're showing up in this service energy where you're glad that you got to be a part of this person's story. You're glad that you got to learn whatever it is that you learned from your last cycle, but you're ready to get the hell on with your life, okay? You're ready for this happiness. Say, I am ready for my happiness. I am ready for my happy ending. In the comments below, I rise above the conflicts I've been through in the past, and I release all exes from all spaces and time to move on with their lives so that I may move on with mine, period. Happiness says, I am aware that I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So that's going to be the confirmation. When you're feeling that happy feeling, when you're feeling that giddy feeling, when you're feeling like you ran off on the plug and you just got away with something, you just dodged a bullet, that is going to be the major indicator that you are actually having a breakthrough. And we have relationships and growth showing up as major themes as well, and love for you this week. So growth, we see that. I can see that 100%. Growth says, I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. I'm hearing, I think the book is called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Let me look at my phone, because I just ordered this book off of Amazon. But I'm hearing that as a recommendation for you. I just want to make sure I have the title right so you can actually get it. Yeah, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. That is the name of the book. Spirit is saying that would be good for you. So this is a good one. That's a good book for you to pick up. It should be like $10 on Amazon, or maybe even less. But for those of you wanting to expand your consciousness at this time, I'm hearing that. And then we also have relationships, and that one says, I'm attracted to those who serve my highest good. So you guys are being set free. You're being set free because you're accepting that this person was not in alignment. You're accepting that what they had to offer is not enough. And you're allowing yourself to go find happiness elsewhere. And again, this feels like something that's been a long time coming. Spirit, what's going on in love this week for group 4? We have the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. 10 of Wands is cycle completion. You may be seeing 1010, 999, or 909, maybe even 808 I could see for you guys. But we have the Ace of Swords, so not only 10 of Wands cycle completion, but you're also Ace of Swords stepping into a place of being proactive where you're programming the energy from here. It's like, it's not enough just to be done with a cycle. You're also deciding where you're going to move next. Honestly, I feel like your next era, group 4, is going to be about just living life and being happy and being open to meet like other people and to really see like, okay, Spirit, show me your best. Like there's a little bit of that energy where it's like, okay, I'm tired of trying to, you know, figure out what it is that I want and need. Like, let me just let Spirit have, you know, full autonomy, and let me just be open. Some of you guys are coming into that energy. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, which is kind of like, I don't necessarily want to lead the way. I don't want to create my reality. Ace of Swords, I'll take things as I come. I'll make sure I'm communicating properly with people. But with the Strength card and the Page of Wands in reverse, I've just been on a journey, 10 of Wands. I'm not ready to start over again into another journey and another set of lessons. So I'm going to see what Spirit brings in. Spirit, what's going on in love this week? We have the 9 of Cups. I see you coming into some sort of sustainable happiness. And I also see you getting recognized by other dimensional beings, or other dimensional beings wanting to help you. I've never ever noticed on this cup that there is a rat up here looking like Ratatouille. Like, you like the food? And that's giving me an energy where it's like your spirit guides and also other helpful energies around you want to help you at this time. They want to be involved. You may be getting the attention of a fairy, a god, a goddess, an archangel, a higher dimensional being that wants to work with you, especially if you read the power of your subconscious mind, because that's going to help you have that spiritual breakthrough and get to the next level. Spirit for group 4. And it doesn't have to be that exact book, no. It could be if you have like a book on your bookshelf that, you know, you were called to get a while ago, but you never read. This is a good time to read that. And that's another thing. Spirit does that to me a lot, where it's like I'll run across certain books or information and I'll bookmark it, or I'll buy the book and then I'll have it sitting on my shelf for like 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years, until I finally read it and I'm led to it when I need it, and it's not something I have to wait for, something I can put off because I already ordered it. Spirit does that to me a lot. So you may have a book that was meant for you to read now, but you had acquired it a lot sooner on your journey. Absolutely. You can read that one too. Something about getting more knowledge, though, is helping you and expanding you. We have the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups, and Temperance. Four of Wands is marriage energy. Six of Cups is an energy of getting back to basics. That's also an energy of maybe even some past love. Also an energy of like a reset, like a returning back to factory settings. So you guys may be returning back to your connection with spirit, returning back to factory settings, in the sense that you're starting over in love. With the Temperance card, it's like we're back in a balanced place. Seven of Wands in reverse, you're not overworking yourself anymore. Past love connections, I really feel like breadcrumb the hell out of you. Like it feels like there was such an energetic imbalance, but because you're such an energetic heavy hitter, you didn't mind taking it on. All the extra responsibility that it took to, you know, be in a relationship with a certain person or deal with a certain type of connection. You didn't mind because you were so well equipped, but you're realizing like, nah, at the end of the day, call it basic psychology, call it, you know, spiritual, energetic, whatever. If people don't invest equally, it ain't going to end up the way you want it. So even though you have the power to do certain things, you've definitely learned, Ten of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, not to invest in certain people. And I'm also hearing all talk. Someone that you may have been dealing with may have been all talk, and you're realizing like, okay, I can't just take people's word for it. I got to see what they're all about through experience. We have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Star card here. So it's like Star card, wish fulfillment after a really heavy journey. And to be honest, for a while, I feel like you're going to sit in your own energy. It's so interesting though, because we have the Star card, the Nine of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups, almost feeling like this is divine timing and love is manifesting in your life like literally this week. But from a conscious perspective, I don't want to get everyone's hopes up. So I'll say the shift that's happening this week is leading to you meeting like your person, you having your Four of Wands marriage moment, Nine of Cups fulfillment, Six of Cups blessings from the universe. I'll say the shift that's happening this week is aligning you with that. But for some of you, it's straight up coming. Like it is happening literally this week. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So Spirit is kind of saying, with all of that being said, it's not fully over. With all of that being said, yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Like you've just untangled yourself. And that's a really good thing. But still, Ten of Swords in reverse, there's still some other things going on that you're not completely aware of. And Spirit is like, it's for some of you, I'm keeping you protected for a cool minute from something else that you're not aware of or something going down in the collective. We We have prosperity. Your actions have resulted in incoming abundance. I love that. And I would say that checks out 100%. I know for a fact that the closure happening this week is what's causing the shift. That's shifting you into actually having your wish fulfillment. That's shifting you into actually being in alignment with your soulmate for growth, for happiness, for a better relationship, for a Four of Wands marriage, Nine of Cups, true happiness and fulfillment. I know that this is what did it. So it's like you could do it this week, or you can wait a week and you can do it next week. Or you can wait a month and you can do it next month. But still, just know this is what you'll be aligning yourself with once you do. So heavy, heavy reward here. We have the law of attraction. It says, keep your thoughts positive and surround yourself with positive people and situations, and you will attract more positivity into your life. So releasing from these low vibrational or negative energies, from these cycles that are open, that need closure, releasing yourself from those things is going to naturally and automatically put you in a space of law of attraction where you're attracting more prosperity and possibility. It's like soon as you finally release this, literally things just start going better in your life. Like you may attract a brand deal, an opportunity, a promotion, a new friend, a mentor, a resource, some luck, a cool opportunity. We have expressed your inner truth. Your creative work shines the brightest when it reflects your genuine feelings and thoughts. Ooh, that's some tea to my artists out there. Allow this situation to fuel your next creation. And I feel this strongly for like painters. You know, you've been painting, you know, love or love in life or abstract. Spirit's like, let's F up the paint studio. Let's get dirty, grimy. Let's pull from that space of raw, pure art where you're really expressing yourself. Not what you want to see, but what you loathe, what you absolutely despise. Like allowing yourself to create from that could either have a huge impact or can bring in some money for you. We have the sensitivity card. So regardless, Spirit wants you to feel it so that you can transmute it. Your sensitive feelings are your muse and inspiration for your creativity is what it says there. So there's a strong message coming in at the end of Spirit telling you to lean into your feelings and to fully allow yourself to feel them and express them, and it positively impacting your art. And yeah, that's what I have for you. Group 4, my Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.